welcome back to another video on ConversationWay, and today we are going to be looking at a car that I've just bought from Copart, the salvage auction company. So we're going to look around it today and see if it's a good idea buying a car from Copart and what the experience is like, and basically an all-rounder of how to buy a car from Copart. So the car I bought from Copart is a BMW X5 E53. It's a 4.4 V8, so it's definitely not one of the most common 3-litre diesel ones. Bought it from Copart, and basically my experience of buying from Copart goes from basically just looking on Copart's website, on the app, looking at cars, found an X5, I put a bid in for it and I won it. So not knowing, I had not seen the car, didn't pay for the you could basically pay £10 and have a WhatsApp video call of the car and see what it's like before you pick it up. You can ask him questions and stuff and get an all-rounder, have a look at it, sort of not in person but over the phone sort of thing. So I bought the car sight unseen, had it delivered, and I just want to say that some of the pictures that I saw of it on Copart's website weren't quite how it looked when it arrived. It wasn't badly described. It didn't even say it started and drove, but it did when it got here. It did say that there were scratches all over it, and you'll see it looks like, I mean, it's a bit wet so you can't see the true extent of the scratches, but if we go around the car you'll see that it got writ off due to vandalism. Category N, so that's non-structural. If it had a bigger impact and stuff on it, it would have been structural. That's Cat S. You can see more scratches around this side, around there, and more. Basically it's got scratches on every panel. This panel's a bit hazy, so I've probably had a bit of paint before. But actually the car was fine. I got it delivered. Like I said, it run and drove. It was a bit lumpy on the gears, so I basically had the gearbox serviced, got all new oil in the car, in the gearbox. Inside, it's quite nice. You know, it's standard E53 spec, a few extras on it. It's got a little garage door opener, which is really good because I haven't got a garage. Other than that, the pictures on the inside were okay. It was a little dirty when I got it. Nothing too bad though, to be honest. Not like this horror story sometimes you hear about Copart. It was quite clean, but I've given it a valet since I've had it anyway, so it's relatively quite clean now. All the tyres were good. It doesn't say on there that the tyres are, you know, it didn't say that I had good tread or anything like that, but they showed that the wheels are like nice and clean. They've got no big dents or scratches on it. The damage is accurate from Copart, but I would say one thing: always expect more, because when I bid on the car, this window wasn't, you couldn't really see the driver's side, and the window when I got it was down, and the recovery guy who picked it up said the window was down, potentially smashed, but there's no glass, so we worked out that it actually dropped. And it only dropped due to a bad motor. So since I've had it, I'll do a cost breakdown essentially for the car. So the car itself was £1,600, won it. By the time Copart had their fees on, it come to about £1,930. I paid £330 to get it delivered, and since I've had the car, I've had, like I said, the gearbox oil done, so that is, I think I paid £200 to get that done. And then I've had silly things like door handle carriers, but that's quite standard on an E53. I'm trying to think what else have I done. A window regulator, that got done. That was about 30 quid, something like that, not very expensive. And just a general clean up and tidy up of the car. That's my own doing and own time. But it is going in hopefully this week for the scratches to all be done, not repainted, just touched in and wet sanded and buffed, just so it can look better. And then this car will be going. It's not one that's staying. It was just bought as a bit of experiment, a bit of like if you can make a profit out of Copart, and if it's good buying a car from Copart. And yeah, my experience from buying from Copart is actually quite positive. I mean, I've only bought one car from Copart, so I'm not a master in it, but my first experience and first time buying seemed all right. Like I said, always under expect. Like, a car from Copart, I don't think is going to be running and driving when you get it. Always expect to do some little work on it. And yeah, I've driven it for a little while now, and it's a great car. It runs absolutely fantastic, and it's exactly where it needs to be now, bar the scratches, and it'll make a lovely car for someone in the future. That was my first time buying from Copart, and it's been quite a positive one. So if this has been any help at all, this video, and you found it useful, any of the information useful, if you've got any questions about buying from Copart, then yeah, give us a comment. If you already haven't subscribed to the channel, then subscribe, it really helps. And yeah, like this video, and we'll see you in the next one. It'll be another video on the X5. It'll probably be a sale video, something like that. So yeah.